Hello, Professor Kilpatrick here, and today we're going to look at instructional strategies. Although there are hundreds of instructional strategies that you can use to motivate, engage, and help your students learn, today we're just going to look at 4 of them and how technology is used with these instructional strategies. We're going to begin with Internet Workshop, and if you think of the idea of a workshop, it's a place where students can work, play, create, and discover new things, and the site that really kind of helps us formulate this idea would be Glogster. I highly recommend that you go and check out Glogster for the use of the Internet Workshop strategy, because as we've done before in our classes, we've had students create poster boards or montages or like the science fair boards, and what Glogster does is take something that used to be very physical and makes it virtual and allows students to build their digital literacy skills and internet skills, web-based skills through Glogster. I encourage you to answer these questions as you go and look at Glogster to find out how students use it, how teachers can use it, and think about the benefits that Glogster can have inside a classroom and whether or not its cost is too much or too little based on the activity that you'd have your students do. The next strategy is Internet Project. An Internet Project, what it does is it breaks down the 4 walls of your classroom and allows you to work with and speak to other experts in the content area that you're covering. It allows your students to work with other students and collaborate with other people outside of the classroom. And using the internet, there are so many different ways that you can create a classroom into a global community where you're working with and for other people while also learning the material that you're covering. A couple of examples: Monster Exchange is a great example of a site where children get paired up with other children from around the world, and where they draw a monster and then they describe that monster using adjectives and technical writing, and then revealing their monsters to each other. It's a really neat program that many students have engaged in over the last few years. Globalschools.net is another great site that will allow you to search for different internet projects that are available and kind of train you and show you how you can break down those 4 walls to your classroom. Internet inquiry is the third strategy that we're going to look at today, and something that you do every day. When you're curious or you have a question or you don't have the answer to something, a lot of times you'll Google it or you'll look for a YouTube video to learn about something. And essentially that's what internet inquiry can do. But obviously for young students especially, this can be not as safe as others, depending on what they're searching for and those sort of things. So what I encourage you to do in the use of the internet inquiry strategy, you may want to think about utilizing other types of search engines. For me, I love using Google. I use Google for everything, but there are times where I could find where students should not be using Google for different subjects and searching for different things, and it's always good to have a backup search engine, especially for those of you who are teaching young children. Finally, the last strategy is the use of a web quest, and you've already had an opportunity to kind of see what a web quest looks like and how it is used in the classroom setting. It always follows the same kind of order as far as having an introduction, then a task that the students must complete, the process. It allows the students to go through the process to learn how or to learn about the content that's being covered. And I encourage you to, as you're looking at the different web quests, to find the really good web quests and then write your sales pitch showing why the web quest you found is the best one that can be used. And so be prepared as you're going through the web quest portion of this module that you're thinking about the discussion board question that relates with web quests, and I encourage you to check that out. That's all for instructional strategies today. Go ahead and peruse through the PowerPoint again to look at those finer sites, but those are the instructional strategies kind of in a brief look. Thanks and have a great day.